All right. Hello, everyone. It's a little after 1. Good afternoon. My name's Rick Wilson with Martin & Associates. Hope everyone is staying safe and healthy out there. Thanks for taking the time out today to join the webinar on how to save time and money with integrated B2B payment processing. And that's, we're going to have Patricia Benitez present today with APS Payments. And we've worked with APS Payments for many years. Their products integrate excellently with Sage 100 and Acumatica. So, you know, we make results and happy customers. So we're glad to have them today. Quick couple of housekeeping items before I hand it over to Patricia. So this will be recorded today and will be sent out with some follow-up emails to the attendees. And if you have questions along the way, we ask you to use the chat feature in Zoom. And you know, you can log your question there and we'll be keeping track of that. And we'll cover most of those at the end of the presentation. So Patricia, I'll hand it to you. It's all yours.
Thank you so much, Rick. And we're so excited to be here. My name is Patricia Benitez. I am the Sage 100 Channel Manager at APS Payments. And just a quick agenda here for our presentation today. We are going to have a quick About Us APS Payments, as well as covering payment processing challenges, benefits of integrated payments, understanding your merchant statements, unlocking level 3 savings, understanding PCI and risks of non-compliance, and the APS payments difference. So when most people start looking for a credit card processor for their business, they start with searching out the best rates. But there's more to consider. For our team here at APS Payments, credit card and payment processing is just a small part of our solutions-driven model. We pride ourselves in being credit card industry experts and real people too. So here is my APS team. So you can get a quick look at who we are.
Hey, Patricia, I don't see the slides changing. It still is on the main slide that we started with. So I didn't know if we were supposed to be seeing something else.
Of course. So let's see. We should have an agenda slide up on the screen right now.
I don't see that.
How does it look now?
Now we got it. So I see the agenda screen. Yep.
Wonderful. Well, once again, here is the APS team. And we're so very excited to work with Martin & Associates. They've been a partner of us for many years, and we really appreciate the opportunity to be here with you today. So a little bit about APS. We have been in the credit card processing industry for over a decade. We process for thousands of merchants in 20+ countries. We have customers processing volume ranges from $2,000 to $20 million. We are ranked as a top 100 acquirer in the United States by the Nielsen report, as well as on the Inc. 5000 list for America's fastest growing companies for the past 3 years. We also seamlessly integrate with multiple leading ERPs, including Sage 100 and Acumatica, e-commerce, point of sale systems, and mobile applications, and offer 24/7 live support. Now here at APS Payments, we like to focus on a few different features. Some of these here are most important in our eyes. But if we go ahead and dive into our presentation today, we have come across merchants with many, many challenges. And these here that I'm going to mention today are the most common, especially right now with our situation during COVID. So what we're listening to now is customers that don't have the ability to pay now as they're working remote and can't write checks, and it's hurting cash flow. As well as customers that are asking to pay by credit card as they're short on cash and don't have a way to accept their credit card payments. We have historically not sold online via e-commerce, but adding a shopping cart to sell during social distancing, I want to ensure the e-commerce solution we select can leverage the same payments providers we use for our accounting platform. And lastly, looking for ways to cut expenses right now. Now, what are omni-channel payments? When it comes to payments, the meaning of an omni-channel is the ability to provide all methods or channels of collecting payments in the ways in which your customers prefer to pay. Omni-channel solutions have information flow seamlessly between all channels and seamlessly amongst any ERP, e-commerce, point-of-sale system, or AR solution the business uses. Now, why omni-channel? 73% of customers use multiple channels during their shopping journey. Customers who use 4 or more channels spend 9% more in the store on average when compared to those who just use one channel. And 78% of retailers admit that there is no one brand experience across their channels. A quick statistic from an article on payments.com, 29.5 million consumers plan to continue working from home after the economy reopens. This pandemic has altered not just our way of living, but also our jobs and how we work them. Companies are noticing that their employees can work just as efficiently from home and do not need to return to an office. 66% of small businesses will rely more on e-commerce sales after the pandemic, and many of these small businesses who are forced now to update to more modern payment methods will continue to utilize them long after this pandemic is over. Now, what are the benefits of integrated payments? Beginning with reduced processing times, streamlined operations, increased data security, improved visibility and reporting, better cash flow and customer experience, savings on business-to-business transactions with level 3 data, and integrated online payments. These are all benefits that we're going to cover today so you can get some insight into how integrating your payments can benefit you greatly. Now that we've established the different channels that are available to accept payments, we want to dive into your rates, beginning with fee structures. Now it helps to visualize your fee structures as 3 buckets: flat rate, tiered pricing, and interchange plus. And we begin with your flat rate. These are the rates offered by merchant account aggregators. For example, your Square or your PayPal. They typically offer you a standard 2.9% and a 30-cent per transaction, followed by your tiered pricing, which is where your processor bundles the interchange fees into tiers, usually non-qualified, mid-qualified, and fully qualified, but doesn't really give you any insight to determine which transactions qualify for which tier. Lastly is your interchange plus structure, which APS uses, and this is the most transparent fee structure, which also allows you to benefit from level 3 savings. Now, I mentioned level 3, and you may wonder what level 3 means. Level 3 was introduced in 2012 in order to help business drive down business-to-business and business-to-government transactional costs. In order to acquire these level 3 rates, Visa and MasterCard require the merchant to provide an additional amount of fields to qualify for those lower rates. By providing that information to the card brands, they deem your transaction lower risk and you get the savings. 1 in 5 American-based business-to-business companies process some or all of their transactions with level 3 data. The average small business-to-business company saves $18,000 per year on merchant account fees. Now, 80% of companies still do not process level 3 data. Here's an example of the required fields for level 3 processing, and as you can see, there are a few extra requirements as you go up levels. Level 3 data is automatically passed when you use an integrated payment solution like APS Payments, and you'll notice level 3 on the furthest right is the one that requires the most data. But with our integration, all of this data is automatically pulled from your Sage 100 or Acumatica system and sent over to Visa and MasterCard for you to acquire those lower rates. Now here we have an example of a real merchant analysis we provided to a client of ours, and we were able to move them over from a tiered fee structure to an interchange plus structure, and as a result, save them 33% off of their current bill. Now, me coming from a banking industry, the amount of savings that I see on these analyses always shock me. I come from a big bank that used to have their own merchant services, and I see customers now that come from that same bank, and for me to see a savings just like this of $63,000 a year, that's someone's salary, and it shocks me every single time. I also have here an example of one of our merchant statements. And we want to make sure we provide you with full information for you to always be able to cross-reference and know exactly what it is that you're paying. So as you can see, our statements go into so much detail that you can look up one of your transactions and it's going to show you not just the amount and the fees that you paid, but the type of card and the associated rate with it, so that you can go on Visa or MasterCard's website, cross-reference and verify that the rates that you are paying are true and matching to the ones that are on Visa and MasterCard's schedule. At some level, most merchants are aware of or heard the phrase PCI Compliance. The PCI Council makes it very clear that anyone that handles or processes credit cards is required to adhere to the standards outlined in PCI DSS. As criminals find new ways to defraud the banks, new standards must be released to stay ahead of these criminals. Maintaining knowledge of the changing requirements is expensive and extremely hard if you try to do it alone. So the cost of doing it wrong can also result in expensive liabilities. The good news is that we can help. We have an inside PCI compliance team at your disposal at no charge, because we want to make sure that you are PCI compliant and remain PCI compliant at all times. Another one of our really great features is our click-to-pay functionality. And what click-to-pay does for you is facilitate payments through your electronic invoices sent out through your paperless office, and includes a Pay Now button on those invoices. When your customer utilizes that Pay Now button, they will have the ability to make a payment on a secure website via credit card or ACH. And the best part, the feature is also available at no cost to our merchants. Now, to give you a quick peek at what click-to-pay looks like, your invoice is sent out electronically through your paperless office as a crystal report and completely customizable. You will have the ability to change colors, logos, fonts, and do or undo as much as needed. And we're pulling all of this information straight from your Sage 100 or Acumatica instance. When your customer utilizes that Pay Now APS Click-to-Pay button on the bottom of your invoice, they will have the ability to make payments on their current invoice or any outstanding invoices on their account. So if they decide that they want to pay additional invoices that are pending, they can go ahead and add them on. They will also have the ability to create usernames and passwords to store any payment methods that they would like to use in the future. Or if they're returning, they can log in to use any of those previously saved payment methods. Once your customer submits their payment, the only additional step that you will need to do happens inside of your cash receipt. A click-to-pay button we have customized onto your Sage 100 system and your Acumatica system will retrieve all invoices paid through your click-to-pay instance, and you follow your standard processes to print and update, and it will update our relevant modules for you. So very nice feature that we offer as well to all of our customers at no cost. As well as the level 3 savings, PCI compliance, and click-to-pay, we also have some additional benefits to processing with APS. We do tokenize your credit card data for your PCI compliance. We offer daily automatic batch reporting. Next day funding is available for you. We've even had as quick as 12-hour funding. Your level 3 processing, EMV chip functionality. So we do have those swiping machines that you can connect into your system with EMV chip functionality. We are multi-currency capable. We do offer as well an integrated online payment portal. Multiple payment options are available to you. We have secure 24/7 online reporting, and very important, a biggie here, no installation, maintenance, or setup fees. Now, if you're interested in a free analysis, feel free to reach out to the folks over at Martin & Associates. Let them know that you're interested. We only require your 2 most current merchant statements to get the process started for you, and we would love to show you how much money we can save you. Now, we are a very big partner-centric company, and we work extremely closely with our partners, such as Martin & Associates. So feel confident that they're always going to be involved and know exactly what it is that's going on to assist you with anything. And we invite you to take the challenge. We only ask for your 2 most recent statements, and we guarantee that we're going to save you money or we will pay you $500. And I hope all of this information was helpful. On the screen is my contact information. I'd love to hear from you and provide you with additional information. Or feel free to reach out to any of the folks at Martin Associates to help out as well. Now I'd love to open up the floor for any questions.
Yeah, thanks, Patricia, for going through all that. Looked like there was one, couple of questions here. One is related to what does APS charge for PCI compliance?
Thank you, Rick. So
if there is a charge, that's a question.
So for our PCI compliance, there is no charge if you process with us. That's something that we offer to our merchants at no cost. We want to make sure that everything is set up correctly and we're not leaving any space for any gaps for malware or anyone trying to steal any credit card information. So that's something that we offer to our merchants at no cost.
Okay.
And we do have additional information that we can provide to Martin Associates that they can provide to you as well.
Okay. All right, there's another one in here. I know we talked about some of the savings that you've seen coming from the banking industry. It says, what type of savings do companies usually see, when they are at that level 3 processing level?
So I did show a statement where for that particular customer, we were able to save them around 30%. However, on average, we are seeing up to 43% savings with level 3, and that all depends on your card types. So if you have a lot of business to business or business to government transactions, and those transactions are the ones that help you qualify for the lower rate and get you that 43% savings. Gotcha.
Yeah, so the B2C type folks are not quite as high. All right. All right. Well, that's all that was in the queue there, so I don't see any more. So I think we're good. Appreciate you going through all that. That was pretty easy to understand. So the folks on the call will be sending out follow-up emails with a link to the recording if you missed any part of it. And please reach out to your account manager at Martin Associates, and we'll jump in and help you however we can. So thanks again, Patricia. Appreciate your help today.
Thank you, Rick. I really appreciate it.